Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sahar. I am a 3L at the University of Illinois, Urbana, Champaign, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. I will also link my social media down below if you would like to follow me elsewhere. Today's video, we are going to be chatting about my spring 2025 semester schedule, which is also my very last semester of law school and my very last semester of school ever, which is absolutely insane. I may have shed a tear or two when I was registering for classes a few weeks ago, and it was just such a weird, bittersweet realization that that was the last time I would ever register for classes, and this is the last time we're going to be talking about my schedule. I think I've made this video every single semester. I can't remember if I made it for last semester. I feel like I did, but needless to say, I really enjoy chatting about my schedule with you guys and to kind of give you a glimpse of my upcoming semester. I'm filming this one a little bit early just because the video I was originally going to post on Tuesday, the file was corrupt, so I have to refilm that one, and I decided that this one was going to be a little bit easier to edit in time, so we're doing this a little early. I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm excited, and with that, let's talk about everything I'm going to be involved in next semester. So as always, I'm going to start with my classes. So I'm taking 3 classes in the spring semester. The first one is dispute resolution. This is an experiential class. I'm really excited for it because it's going to be about negotiation, mediation, arbitration, basically everything that happens outside of the courtroom to try to resolve a dispute, hence the title of the class. Very fitting. I really enjoy taking experiential classes in law school. One, love that I don't have to take a final. And 2, I feel like they're so much more applicable to my actual career, and I feel like they will help me so much more than taking that extra doctrinal. I feel like I've talked about this a lot throughout my channel about taking experiential classes and about getting involved in law school and doing things outside of just the standard, doing the readings, going to class, taking a final type of class, just because these more hands-on classes are so much more catered towards actually being a lawyer than like the other doctrinal, just learning about a random law are. And I stand by this going into my last semester of law school. I highly encourage everyone to take more experiential classes. I think the only doctrinals I have really been taking are ones that will pop up on the bar exam or ones that I genuinely think are going to help me in my career. Which brings us to the second class I'm taking, which is federal courts. Fed courts, I wanted to take this last spring. I was actually originally enrolled in that class. I went to the first day of class and then I ended up dropping it. Not because there was anything wrong with class or the professor actually really liked him, but I ended up TAing for contracts last minute, and I think I was going to be sitting at like 17 credit hours last spring if I kept this class on, and that was just not... Sorry if you can hear Ollie in the back, he's playing. But that was just not going to be feasible for me. So I knew I wanted to take Fed Courts my last semester of law school because they only offer it in the spring. And oh my gosh, he is so loud. I'm so sorry. So anyways, I am really excited to be in Fed Courts. A lot of my friends are taking it, which should be really fun. It's a 4-hour doctrinal, which is going to be a lot more work than the ones that I've usually been taking. It'll be the same amount of work that antitrust was last year, which, if you guys remember that trauma of antitrust, I'm kind of nervous for Fed courts. I've heard it's really hard. The grade distribution isn't great. It's not bad, but it's not like, nice. So I know it's going to be a tough one, but I feel like me going into litigation, I think it's going to be really hopeful just to see how the federal system works, how like courts, the Fed courts work, and how they interact with state law and all that stuff. I think it's going to be really informative, and I'm excited for it. And like I said, when I took the class for like a day, I really enjoyed the professor. It was his first time teaching Fed courts last year, so I'm excited I wasn't the guinea pig, and hopefully he's kind of more established now. But I've heard really good things about him, and I'm really excited to take his class, so yeah. And then the last class that I'm taking is another doctrinal, but again, it's one I think that will actually be helpful in my career, and that's employment discrimination. After summering this past summer at the firm that I'll be at following graduation, I did a lot of labor and employment projects, and I realized that's actually a field that I'm really, really interested in, and I think I might want to be an L&E attorney. And so taking employment discrimination I think is going to be really, really helpful just to kind of familiarize myself with things that are happening within the employment space and just kind of expose myself a little bit to the labor and employment world. I really, really wanted to take labor law, and they usually offer it in the spring, and I was holding out hope for it. But unfortunately, when they released the schedule, it was not on there. So I don't know why they're not offering it this semester, but they aren't. So I decided to take employment discrimination instead. And the only bad thing about this is that it is on a Friday, so I won't have Fridays off like I have the last few semesters, but I also don't have class on Mondays. So I still only have a 4-day week, but I do prefer the Fridays off. It's just not going to happen my last semester, and that's okay because I'm really, really excited for employment discrimination. And I have a few friends that took it last year, and they really, really enjoyed it. But they did say that it was a relatively small class, and so you're basically on call every single day. Like, you will get called on every day, so it's going to be a lot of work because I have to closely read every single class, which you guys know I don't necessarily do all the time, so that's going to be a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll survive. So those are all the classes that I'm taking, and then I obviously have a ton of extracurriculars that I'm a part of. So I'm still doing law review. I'm the Internet Symposium editor for our Illinois Law Review, and that basically means that I help out edit and site check articles that are published in our online publication, which are a lot shorter and they're separate from the physical print publication. So it's been fun. It's actually been really, really chill. I barely hit my hours this fall. You have to hit 90 hours for the semester, and I like literally hit like 90.5 or something. So it was pretty slow, but that's honestly really good because I still get my 2 credits and it's not crazy intense like some of the other positions are who also only get 2 credits, but they're doing a lot more work than I am. So I'm pretty happy. I feel like I'm coasting through law review and it's almost done. Thank God. You guys know how I feel about law review. And then I am on 2 teams that are competing in the spring. So obviously I'm still doing trial team, which is 2 credit hours, and this time they don't have a classroom component. If you guys don't know, this fall they added a classroom component, so I actually had to go to class for trial team, which was kind of weird, but they don't have that in the spring, so it clears up my schedule a little bit, which is really nice. So all I'll be doing is just the practices. I don't have to do like additional reading for the class or anything like that, even though the books that we did read this semester, they were like actual books, not like case books. They were all nonfiction and they were actually really good. Like the last one I read, I actually really loved. I gave it like a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was pretty interesting. It was like about a prosecutor and kind of his career and just the things that have gone down in the prosecutor's office and all that stuff. It was really interesting, but it was also a lot more work than I wanted to do, so it's nice that we don't have a classroom component, but I am doing trial team. And then I'm also on the client counseling team, which I get 1 credit hour for, and we will be competing for that in February, which I'm really, really excited about. I love client counseling. It's, I think, my favorite team that I'm on. It's just so much fun, and I'm very excited to be back at it again. Definitely going to have to brush up on some skills because I feel like I'm going to be a little rusty, but I'm very excited nonetheless. And I think that's all I have going on in the spring semester. Honestly, a lot more chill than I thought it was going to be, and I'm very happy about that. I feel like I'll be a little bit more sane after fall semester. Fall was a lot. Like this past semester, I was probably the busiest I have ever been in all of law school. I definitely was not 3LOLing at all. And I think you guys definitely noticed that with the hit that this channel took. So I'm hopefully coming back at it again, more consistent uploads starting now, and that is all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're having a wonderful morning or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!